Huntsville, another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'd be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
Here we go, off and running on episode, it's getting long, I can't read it anymore, episode 107. It's like off the screen. So, hey, welcome in. Here we are, beautiful morning outside. I was thinking of that Bryan Adams song, Cuts Like a Knife. You remember that song?
No, I'm too old for that.
Do you know that song, Kaye? I went outside and the humidity was so bad, I was thinking, it cuts like a knife.
Yeah.
This morning. Okay. It's one of those weird mornings where you're driving and the window of your truck just will not dry off. Have you had that? You know, the humid mornings. Did your car do it, Kaye?
Mm-hmm.
All morning?
My glasses did it this morning, too.
That'd be a sight to see. We need to please take a picture next time. Because mine used to do that. So it was fun. I'd be broadcasting a game. Someone would open the side door of the press box. My glasses would fog up. It was good times.
It makes it hard to see what's going on, doesn't it?
It does. Well, here we are on a, thank goodness the audio's working. I forgot to test it, but here we go. We are live and thankful to be here on a Wednesday, a wisdom-filled Wednesday here on Good Morning Huntsville. As always, we want to welcome you in. Thank you so much for being here today, and we just appreciate everybody for always engaging, being on the show. Yesterday, by the way, a record, and for us here on Good Morning Huntsville, the platform continues to grow, and we sincerely appreciate the support. And the reason I bring that up is because the more the platform grows, as far as viewership and folks, not just on this show, but engaging on the website, that's more opportunities that we can talk about to others how great this community is. And so at one point yesterday, across all of our platforms, we had 43 people watching at once, which was great. I know that may not sound like a whole lot, but by the end of the day, we typically have about 500 to 600 views now across all of the platforms. A lot of folks go back and rewatch the show, and so we're thankful for that. In fact, I was at the Masonic Lodge just the other day, got a tour of it, and just a lot of history in that lodge, which is really neat. And there was a gentleman that was in there, and he said, I watch the show every morning. I didn't know who he was. And so that's exciting to know that we have a lot of people that are new, or people that maybe hadn't heard of the show before that are now engaging with it. And we wouldn't be able to do that without our good friend Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers for sponsoring our studio, alongside Paul Oley of the gallery. And then, of course, here on a Wednesday, on a wisdom-filled Wednesday, with Kaye and Rick Boehning of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. I didn't force it that time, Kaye. Did you hear how it just flowed?
It's flowed very nicely, and she's the one with all the wisdom.
Yeah.
I'm just arm candy.
Yeah, we're just here just to listen. Big, good friend new friend joining us this morning, Betty Broader, here on the show today. So appreciate Betty for joining us. We were talking about her earlier, and Betty Broader is now on the show this morning.
Right, and her sister Beatrice.
Yeah, Beatrice and Betty Broader. So Betty brought Beatrice, and Beatrice brought Betty. There was a customer when I had my IT company, 2 customers, and no one knows them, so, there's no HIPAA violation on this. Guy named Bob and Betty. That was their name, Bob and Betty. Last name was Bitter, Bitter. I said, man, I hope that relationship worked out. It did. They were married a long time. But I'll never forget, they came into the store, and I was like, and the guy literally said, I'm Bob, and this is Betty. We're Bob and Betty Bitter. And I started thinking, man, that is just a great tongue twister. And so as a staff, you have little things that you do, and we weren't making fun, but it was so we came up with a tongue twister that was like Betty bit Bob bitter, but Betty bites Bob better.
Wow.
And that was
you got right out.
And we said it about 1,000 times, and it finally stuck in my head. And to this day, that was, 15, 20 years ago, Betty bit Bob bitter, but Betty bites Bob better. So think about that this morning when you're waking up, as we have our good friend Betty Broader joining us, along with Beatrice Broader.
Did you ever tell Betty and Bob about their tongue twister?
I did when they came in, actually, and he thought it was kind of funny. He said, I've never heard that one before. I've heard of Betty and Bob Bitter, but he didn't know that Betty bites Bob better, and now he does. So that's where we're going with it today.
Glad to know all that.
Glad to know it, and glad to have you as well this morning. Our good friend, let's just dive right in and give a little clap of, little hand clap here. Well, that's really quiet today.
It is very quiet.
Hold on. Here we go, Rick. Yeah, that's really weird. Like our sounds that are normally really loud, for some reason, are very quiet
You
today.
haven't blown the horn yet. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, let's give a big shout out this morning. Good friends joining us already today. Kathy Schweitzer joining us. Good morning, Kathy. Appreciate you. Jamie Saucier joining us this morning, saying good morning to y'all. Good morning to Saucier Woodworks joining us. We still have a very beautiful wooden veterans plaque that we're working on a special giveaway. He had brought in 5 different wooden creations that he made. Beautiful. You saw the breadboards that we gave away and different things. Well, he also brought in a veterans plaque, and we decided we didn't want to just give that away. In fact, it's sitting right over there on the table. We decided we did not want to just give that away as a regular prize, because there may be somebody that texts to win that is not a veteran, or they don't know a veteran. And so we decided we're going to partner up with some organizations here in town and do a special giveaway just for veterans, and we're going to save that for that giveaway. So appreciate Saucier Woodworks for bringing that over to us. Kyle Kreiner joining us this morning. Hey, Randolph Thompson joining us. Look at this, man. I haven't seen Randolph in a long time, and he's joining us. Actually, he's sitting in studio. He's going to be with us here today. So good morning to Randolph. Appreciate him chiming in. Our friend Carolyn Gibson also chiming in today, saying, watching with my first cup of cough. Not coffee, but cough. So she meant to put the E on there, Carolyn. I got it. So I usually wake up with a cough, but I don't drink coffee. So Carolyn joining us this morning. And then I love Jennifer Agostinotti every morning, because she comes up with like Terrific Tuesday, different phrases. Today, good morning. It's a wonderful Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. Halfway through the week. Let's get it. Have a blessed one. I like that instead of like, you got this, because that's so cliche. That's a phrase that I'm not a big fan of, by the way.
Got this.
Yeah, you got this. It's just because everyone says it.
Well, whether you want it or not, you can't get rid of it.
Is there a phrase that you guys hear that you're just like, I don't really like that phrase? What is it?
Get up.
Is that what Kaye does? She
Kicks me a little bit. Get up.
She rolls like, get up, get out of here, get out of bed. But no, I mean this, like, there's 2 phrases that I hear all the time that I think are just overused. Thank goodness the one in marketing has stopped being overused. That phrase was disrupting the market. That was the big one for like the past, 10 years. We're disrupting the market. Every commercial back in the day was, this new pen is disrupting the pen industry.
That's unprecedented.
Yeah, unprecedented. That's
Oh.
another one. Yeah, there.
Now-
See, I knew that we'd dig this out.
What about the synergy?
Yeah, the synergy.
Oh,
That's,
that was a buzzword for a long time.
there you go. The synergy, unprecedented, disruptive.
That's just awesome.
Yeah, that's just awesome. One of them, too, right now is let's go. That's the one right now in the sports world that I hear all the time. Let's go. That one. And then, of course, the other one that I just said that I forgot. That's why I'm going to Learning RX, by the way. I did tell Lisa Branch, Learning RX, I am going through a program, and I told her, feel free to use my name, to let folks know that for me, and just some full transparency is, I struggle a lot, and this is in all seriousness, I struggle a lot with memory, especially, I thought it was short-term memory. I went into Learning RX. Lisa gave me a few tidbits of advice, and I took a test. We met again yesterday, and it's not my short-term memory, it's my long-term memory. And a perfect example is we were just talking about phrases, and I remembered the let's go, but I couldn't remember the other one until just now, and that's my long-term memory, and it's you got this. So she's helping me figure out why there's some connection not working up here in my noggin. And I had an MRI. I mean, it's nothing physical. It's nothing. There's nothing going on, at least that I know, because I've been tested for different things that would cause that, other than just some neurological things. And that's what Lisa at Learning RX is going to help me do. So folks will be able to, I'll be able to share that journey here on the show from time to time as well, and talk to folks about it.
That'd be pretty cool. I've been afraid to go get tested by Lisa because I'm afraid she'll find so many things wrong that I will no longer be able to function.
They have this really awesome technology to where they have a device that literally, and you would think it hurts. Have you ever seen the term, again, here we go, Total Recall? Have you seen the movie Total? Mm-hmm. And there's that device that goes up the nose. Mm-hmm. Well, they have a device that actually goes into your ear, and it has these little prongs on it with fiber. It goes through your ear, and it actually goes into your brain. And it will detect cobwebs, Rick.
That's going to help me a lot.
Just kidding. She doesn't have any such device.
Yeah.
Our good friend Clay just walked in from man, my brain is so gone. 0 Degree Candy. Clay, what did you bring in for us? I know that you told me on social, but what did you bring in for us to give away today? 3 tickets to Big Rivers Water Park. Check this out. Rick, hold those up. Let's get the camera on that. There we go.
Can you see that?
Yeah, 3 tickets to, man, you're bright, Rick. Look at this.
I am pretty bright.
Brightful like sunshine. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, looking bright there. But anyways, we appreciate this, Clay. So these are 3 tickets to Big River Water Park. This is, where is this located at? In New Caney. Oh, man, this is great. And this is going to be taken, so all summer long, I guess
It's valid until 10/8. October 8th.
Valid until October the 8th. So we're going to be giving away all 3 of these. You know what? Let's do that today. We're going to give those away today. Is that okay? You're the boss. Yeah, Clay said we're the boss. So, man, we appreciate this. Big shout out, big thank you to Clay of 0 Degree Candy for bringing these in today. So, again, 3 tickets that are valid until 10/8, Big Rivers Water Park. I've never been to Big Rivers Water Park. You guys been?
Not that I recall.
So, pretty fun place.
Did we go there with Zachary?
Is that the one with all the floating little things?
Yeah, they got a lazy river out there.
These are inflatable things that are sitting out in the lake.
They do have a lake.
Yeah. There's a lake.
We
out
might
there.
have been there.
Yeah.
We went.
They have that big white duck, not the yellow, but the big white ones, or the swan that you were riding in that we have a picture of. Rick Boehning riding in a swan at Big Rivers Water Park. We appreciate this, Clay. Thank you so much, man.
So it was a swan dive.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Clay. We appreciate Clay. So, man, Clay comes in here quite a bit. He brings us candy to chew. Check this out. What do we got here? A little payday? What y'all know about that pay? I don't know much about that payday because that payday don't come very often my way. That payday don't come my way. Cheesecake Skittles.
That ought to be
Those
good.
are delicious.
I brought those the other day. Oh, and the new one, man. I've never had this before, but I did bite off of it. I was going to offer it to somebody, and if you can tell, it's kind of like a Wi-Fi signal. It goes from big to little. So that's what I was going to say is, no, they purposely made these like this. It's kind of like a Wi-Fi fruit roll. Actually, it's because I took a couple of bites off the first and second one. So now it looks like a Wi-Fi signal.
You probably ought to hang on to that one.
Yeah, so we're going to hang on to these. And there you go, though. Big shout out, 0 Degree. If you haven't been to the farmer's market every Saturday over here, downtown or outside of town, Shenanigans parking lot, Clay is out there, man. He just does some awesome stuff. And a big thank you for these tickets today. We're going to be giving away these tickets combined with 4 tickets to NRG Stadium on Saturday, not day, Saturday, on Saturday for the Sam Houston versus Air Force game. So we're giving away 4 more tickets today as well as that. Friends, if you can't go to any of these when we call you, if you win, please let us know because we want to make sure that they do get used. But I do want to remind you, all you got to do this morning, text to win. The Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line, brought to you by Randolph Thompson and our good friends at Granny Mary's. You can text in that word tickets along with your name to 936-339-0139. Kaye, I wanted to, before we bring Randolph on, we're going to have him on here in just a little bit after we take a break, and I wanted to touch base on this first, and then we're going to talk more extensively about it on the back end of the show. Big event coming up, big fundraiser coming up for Tomorrow's Promise, so another huge event that really continues to help the mission and what you do with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library and so much more. Let us know about Lasso Your Imagination. And again, we're going to talk in extended detail on the back end of the show. But this event's coming up soon, and you still got some opportunities. We really need folks to get involved.
Yes, October 14th, we are putting on Lasso Your Imagination. It's going to be a barbecue dinner, adult drinks, dinner entertainment, silent auction, live auction, dessert auction. We're going to have some other things going on, line dancing. And all of the proceeds will benefit the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And that program is sending out over 875 books a month to the area children under the age of 5. And we are very, very passionate about making sure that as many books get to as many children as possible each month.
This event taking place again coming up here next month. Tables still available. Can you let folks know a little bit more about the tables, maybe how folks can purchase a table this morning? I know there's someone out there. I'm believing right now there's somebody that's saying, I need to get my table. How can they do it, Kaye?
You can call me on my cell phone, 936-438-1624, and I'll connect, get you set up with a table. It's $500 for 8 people. We'll make sure you get put in the auction, in the brochure, pamphlet, recognizing you as buying a table. It's great for businesses to do some employee appreciation, get together and have a good evening with your employees.
That's for your Lasso Imagination. More information, Kaye, you can call her. Make sure I got this right. It's what I'm learning at Learning RX, how to store and recall information. 936-438-1624. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a sigh of relief because that one had me anxious that I typed it in right. So please call Kaye. We're going to talk more about that event on the back end of the show. Friends, continue to let us know that you're out there this morning. We'd love to hear from you. A lot of folks chiming in. Our good friend Jerica from Fargo, North Dakota is always chiming in. We appreciate you, Jerica.
She needs to come to Lasso.
Yeah, you need to come to Lasso, Jerica. We're going to get a sponsor. You haven't responded to our request, Jerica. We're going to get someone to sponsor your travel down here to Huntsville. And, we're just going to make this like a whole documentary from Fargo
If
to
she
Huntsville.
wants, I'll go get her.
And the documentary, Jerica, is going to be called You Betcha. From Fargo to Huntsville, You Betcha. And so I'm serious. If we're going to get you here one of these days, Jerica, so we appreciate you very much. Jerica chimed in yesterday, and I forgot to acknowledge this. There is currently 2 that I know of, players from NDSU, North Dakota State University, that are now on the Dallas Cowboys team.
Really?
2 of them. Hunter Lipke made the roster. He is a awesome young man, fullback. The dude is unbelievable. He's on the right. He made the cut. And Trey Lance, former starting quarterback for the 49ers, who got injured and unfortunately kind of bounced around a little bit, and now he has landed a backup role with the Dallas Cowboys. So a little NDSU. I know folks don't care. They're like, quit talking about that school. We're all about the Bearcats. That's okay. So I just brought it up because the Cowboys. That's the only. I'm a Cowboy. Are you guys Cowboys fans?
No.
Or what are you, Houston fans?
No.
What, any fan?
No.
Only fans? No, I'm just kidding, Rick.
You've seen my page.
Check it out. It's Rick. huntsville.com. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man, we need to take a break. So we will take a break with this. Please go and text in the keyword tickets along with your name to 936-339-0139. Again, it's tickets along with your name. 936-339-0139 on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. Clay just sent some eye emoji over when we said that. Oh, goodness. We'll be back in a moment, friends. Don't go anywhere. Continue to let us know that you're out there today, and we'd love to celebrate all the good things that are happening here in our community as we'll have our good friend Randolph Thompson coming up. When we come back, stay with us. It's your show. Good morning, Huntsville.
Your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kaye Boehning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. There's a place in Huntsville and now in Conroe where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin Murphy and Orby, and even offer Valami hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why, at the Color Bar Hair Salon, you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Little Funky Town here on a Wednesday. A little Wednesday wisdom brought to you by Kaye Boehning. Going to be coming up here a little bit later. Man, look Look what the great people of Huntsville brought in. You know that old phrase, like, look what the cat or the dog. That's not nice to me. That's not. Braylon says not nice now. That's not nice because I don't know. To me, it just doesn't sound friendly. So whenever I looked over and saw Randy Thompson there, I said, look what the great people of Huntsville brought in today. Randy Thompson of Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine. Good to see you, man.
Yes, you too, Rob. Thank you.
I love the Bearcat Orange, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's a kind of clashes with the trailer. Just by chance, it all happened by chance.
We call it styling and profiling here on a Wednesday.
Oh,
so
okay.
welcome on in.
Yeah.
Good friend here, Randy Thompson, joining us. And, man, so excited to have you. First and foremost, Randy, just thanks for what you're doing in the community. I mean, you're all in. Your business has gotten very involved, and appreciate you. You've actually sponsored some folks to be on this show, and we appreciate that very much, Randy. So doing things, great things with the chamber. I know just recently catered our friend Victoria Bothman, catered her a ribbon cutting there that they had at the chamber with Be the Light Counseling. And we're going to have Diego from Sam's Table on pretty soon, and that's thanks to you. And I think that's so cool because you guys are both like in the food business, but you're working together.
Yeah, I know. I met him when we first started back in 2020 during COVID, and his wife really loves the lumpia we serve. But he's just a good man. You know, it's good to have. I read an article where the success that you achieve deals with the people you associate with. And
Very much so.
My grandma used to say, if you don't want to get fleas, don't run with the dog. So
Yeah.
and Diego's a very nice man, and he looks out for his employees, and we have a lot in common when it comes to the business structure. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of his young ladies, she walks by here almost every morning, named Julie, and very sweet. And she's a cook in the back. Julie also owns a bakery in town, too. So she gets up very early, opens the bakery, cooks food, then goes to work at Sam's Table. Then when she gets done there, she goes back to the bakery and closes up. Just a tremendous young lady. But that speaks a lot about a guy like Diego because he's saying, hey, you can go do this as well as work for me. So
he's a good man.
Well, we're here today to highlight Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine. It took me about a month to get the name down. And I told you, Randy, I said the name is great because, one, it's honoring someone, and I'll let you explain that. But then, two, it is long and it's memorable.
Yeah.
Instead of it just being like Granny Mary's, you throw in the Cajun Asian Cuisine in there, and it just flows. Let us know, before we dig into all that, let us know a little bit of just your backstory, if you don't mind. Your connection to Huntsville, how you got involved, all those fun things.
Well, Huntsville was one of the towns that I never thought existed in the world. But my first wife, Heather Thompson, she and I were married for 23 years. We had 3 grown kids. After my 27 years in the Navy, she came here in Huntsville because her family was from Riverside. And then I stayed up in Maryland for my last duty station. And unfortunately, in 2012, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And then she passed away in 2015, and then that brought me down here to Huntsville after I retired in 2013 to, do what needed to be done. I was a safety officer at the Wind Unit for 2 years, and that was an experience. So,
were you in charge of the horn, that goes off every few hours?
No, the Wind Unit was in charge of license plates and the woodworking. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, and then when after she had passed away, we had 10 acres out there behind the Wind Unit on Hadley Creek. Sold that, did some traveling, went around the world, around the United States, seen some family I haven't seen in 30 years. And then that's funny, my wife, Mercy Thompson, she was the secretary for the Wind Unit at the time.
Awesome.
But we had a very business-oriented, friendship. And then after about 3 years, we started, kind of Facebooking, hey, how you doing? And then found myself coming back, visiting her. My son was still here. He was worked at TDCJ. So, it just kind of evolved into what we have now, beautiful marriage, and she's a wonderful lady.
Love it.
So that's what kind of got me to Huntsville. And my dream with Granny Mary's started probably back in '93 when I was in the Navy. And then I found out when you go get a small business loan through the government, you have to have a huge report like that thick. And I was like, no, that's not my style. So it's always been on the back burner when it came to the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian. So Huntsville was a town that I honestly didn't think I'd find myself located in. And when I came back here in 2018, there was a the trailer that I have now on the side of the road. And the guy that was selling it was doing hot dogs for her daughter's track meets up in Houston, and we purchased it. And I basically just went in blind and started from scratch. I always knew that what I grew up with was going to be the base of what our business is. And then when I met Mercy and her mother, Yolanda, she used to be the cook at Toasted. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, she medically can't do that anymore. But when I met her dishes with the food that she created, I just, it all just came together. So in 2018, I did a Google search for Cajun Asian restaurants, and there was only one place in Colorado that existed. So with the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian, as you said, and we've discussed before behind the scenes, it was a marketing ploy because when you Google it, Granny Mary's Cajun Asian, it's number 1 and number 2 on the search engines because, unfortunately, I don't want anybody to say this and then start doing Granny Mary's Cajun Asian and I got competition. No, I'm kidding. But no, it was original. It's an original name. It's a little long. I do understand that, but it is a great marketing ploy. And my grandma, and the theme of our story, the theme of our restaurant is basically it's all about the roux. And I wanted to give you these T-shirts to hand out to your.
Yeah, we're gonna give those away.
Yep. And then we got 2 T-shirts with however you want to do it. And I wanted to present y'all with some coupons for some free meals.
Yeah, check that out.
The pancetta, gumbo, and the seafood combo, I believe, is in there. So
the food is so good, by the way. Well, can you let us? Do you mind letting us know a little bit more about Granny Mary? Just the namesake. Can you?
She was and I hate to say this. I hope nobody gets offended, but I have no filters. I grew up poor white trash. If we didn't go hunt and kill, we didn't eat. So I grew up on this. I grew up on Pearl River crawfishing. Every Sunday, pretty much religiously, we would go to Granny Mary's house in Chalmette and to 2369 Compagna Drive.
Now, was this your grandma?
Yeah, Granny Mary's house, and all the family would meet underneath the carport, the patio, we called it, and she'd have the ping pong table out, covered in newspaper. My dad would be in the back with 60 pounds of crawfish.
Oh man!
People would be in there doing she'd be frying chicken. So it was all just a meat for the family. When we all got together, and I know a lot of people have that, and a lot of people enjoy that. That's kind of like what our basis is with the place, is that we wanted to make it where home cooked meal, comfort food, and you feel like, man, this brings back memories of what I used to have growing up. So Granny Mary was the pillar of my life due to the fact that my mother, she decided to choose, alcohol and drugs when I was in diapers and stuff. So I grew up single family with a dad, older brother and sister. If pick up my Cheerio bowl, or I'll beat your head in. So it was a little rough growing up in New Orleans. So when I first, what I would do was learn, not inadvertently focus on it, but you sit there watching my dad cook, my uncles cook, my aunts cook, my grandma cook, and you just learn it. You learn the secrets of what the bases are of some of the dishes.
Yeah.
And like our gumbo, a lot of people say, "Man, how do you do your gumbo so well?"
Well, I ain't telling you.
I'm not telling you. No, it's all about the roux.
Yeah,
you got to have a good roux. So Granny Mary was the pillar of everyone. I believe a lot of people in our family, as far as where we would meet. Always remembered your birthday. Always, was there for events. Things. She was a surrogate mom to me. My Aunt Barbara was the same. My Aunt Judy. My cousin Jason gave a shout out to South Carolina. He's up in South Carolina.
Come on and raise up, spin your shirt around your head like a helicopter. Petey Pablo. That's a rap song.
He came over a couple of weeks ago and had the gumbo, and he just, man, this is exactly how Grandma used to make it. So she was the pillar of everything. So I always wanted to do the Granny Mary's theme, but when I met Mercy and the Asian side of the Filipino community, it just all worked together. So we worked from 2018 to 2020 on different dishes. The basic New Orleans, gumbo, boudin balls, catfish, po' boys, and then the Filipino side with the pancetta noodles, the lumpia, sweet chili chicken.
Oh man!
I've created what's called a jambalaya egg roll, basically a bowl of jambalaya in the Asian wrap, and then we have the sweet chili. We have the shrimp and the sausage skewers, which I kind of made up to compensate for some people that are gluten-free. We have gluten-free, items on the trailer. So I tried to broaden the menu to to correlate with what everybody's taste buds can be. And unfortunately, some people come up there and they go, well, it's a little bit too heavy. And I have a big sign that says it's comfort food. So,
What I'll give you permission to do if they say it's too heavy, I'll take a side view photo of me at a beach so you can see my belly, and then you're like, no, that's too heavy.
Yeah.
So
no, I'll do that for you.
Yeah. So, well, we appreciate Randy Thompson being. I love the backstory of. I think it's incredible because I knew a little bit. You and I had talked, of course, but I didn't know the entire backstory. They're in New Orleans and just your grandma and learning from her. I knew that there was some tie-in there, but and then just the connection of how it became what it is, and the great food. You were so generous when we had our after hours event. You came by, and I got to tell you, Kaye and Rick were there. Your food was a hit, man. I mean, it just flew off. I had one thing because everybody had scarfed it down. I was like, this is my event, guys, and I didn't get to eat anything.
I wanted to let you guys know that event right there really opened up the door for 2 more events. So it was one of those, people, and Be the Light counselor. That's with Victoria. She was there and called us up, and that's how I was able to get that promotion with or that catering job with her. So I thought when I first met Mercy that and going back to the history of on the Filipino side and the Asian side is that she grew up the same way I grew up, so to speak, with the grandmother teaching how to do this, how to do the lumpia. And so that's where we have, between her and I, we have about 60 years of family recipes that we put on there. And and the other side of that, it's not just the food. We love the community. I love the community of Huntsville. What we do every day when I'm open at Smiley's and the other locations I've been at, the other location was I'd give out 1 or 2 meals a day for free. We've had some folks come up, hey, I don't have any, money. Oh man, I'll give you the seafood deluxe. So, UPS workers, the FedEx workers, Amazon workers, you just see that look on their face like, I just need something.
That's
so
good,
there's a group of gentlemen that I work with that's at Sam Houston. They go to college here. One's a manager at HEB, and we reach out to the community with Meals on Wheels. I do the Meals on Wheels, and then we've built handicap ramps for people that are in stroke situation. We helped this gentleman who was not able to do it himself, but clean out his carport, cut his grass, do yard work. So I have a group of 2 or 3 college kids that help me out when I have a community project going on. And if anybody has anything that needs help with something on that, please give us a call. We don't mind. We love helping out the community with reaching out to.
Well, again, Randy Thompson is joining us this morning here from Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine. We appreciate him. Our good friend Bill Doggett, by the way, chiming in on Huntsville, Texas news and events. We appreciate you, Bill. Good to hear from you. Let us know about the journey as far as the movement of the location now. You were out at Smiley's. Am I always saying that right? 75 in Smiley's?
It's 75, across from the Gory unit.
That was there on the south side of town, kind of the southernmost point of town, and now really awesome, and I'm excited. You're moving, literally like a block away from us over here.
Right.
Let us know about that move, maybe what kind of transpired and triggered that move to be here downtown now.
Well, Smiley's is doing the reconstruction over there. If the sign's been up there saying that, we're going to reconstruct this place, and the gentleman who I rented from, very nice young man, he was dealing with the permit situation when it comes to Huntsville and getting everything ready for his construction site to be done. And they're going to revamp Smiley's completely like the other Smiley's here in town. So I didn't want to go with the month-to-month contract. Mm-hmm. And then I've seen this place numerous times. Matter of fact, this location was one of the places I first went to when I had my trailer. They had a trailer in there already.
And this is the vacant lot next to the nail salon here downtown on
next
University.
To the spa place, And they had basically had a trailer already in there. They wanted a little bit too much money. I had my trailer already, so it didn't work out. So we moved to another location, was there for a year and a half, and that's how kind of we got our following with the Granny Mary's. And then we moved to Smiley's 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and then they're going to do the rebuilding of Smiley's, so we had to find a new spot. It was either, sell and retire or, I always need something to do. I just can't sit idle. My wife was like, you never sit down. I watch TV and I'm moving around. Would you sit down? You mess up the show. So so I need something to do. So when I talked with John Smithers, we worked out a really good contract, and he's been wonderful with helping me as far as giving me leeway to how I have a vision of how I want that area to look.
You put a stage in out there, did you not? Is that what I
Well,
saw?
it was actually a pallet wood square. I guess the person that had it before that, was I had it used for something. So I took everything off and then moved it up against there. So that's our plan, is to have like an acoustic night. I still got to put lights up in there. I got to get some more security lights set up, and then the rocks. I'm gonna spread some rocks around and some artificial turf to make it look a little more like the patio. You know, like a home backyard. So that's where we're going from.
Yeah, what days of the week and what hours?
Well,
are you
we're
open?
shooting for Tuesday through Saturday at 12 to 8, and it's been a blessing. We've had numerous people stop by asking when we're going to stop. You know, the sheriffs that work across from the courthouse to, just passerbys, and hey, when you're going to open? Great, we're going to be there. So I'm shooting for this Saturday at 12 o'clock. God willing, and the creek don't rise.
That was my dad's phrase.
Hadn't rained for a while,
Yeah,
so
it hadn't rained for a while, so it should be good to go. I just want to have a vision of how I want everything set up, and I wanted people to be comfortable coming in there. So the security fence was one of the biggest obstacles to get put in there. And I think people are just, we're like elephants. We just go down the same trackway. So people are coming through there and back and forth. So we wanted to make it a little more home looking with the fence back there, and that was a little bit of a project. So now I just got to tidy up everything. So I'm shooting for this Saturday. Yes, sir.
It's such a unique spot because if you've been downtown here on our beautiful square, it's buildings everywhere, but then there's the one spot where there's no building and it's just the land, and that's where you're located.
Yes, sir.
I mean, just literally right off 11th here in University, right at that corner. Man, I'm just, as you're talking, I'm a former play-by-play sports broadcaster, for college teams, and I'm sitting here thinking, and I still do it for high school, but I'm just thinking, I'm closing my eyes and I'm visualizing this place as you're talking, and you've done such a wonderful job painting the picture of what it's going to be like. Yeah. And I just imagine families being out here on a cool fall evening, enjoying time with family. Dude, I'm even hearing in my head, not voices, Rick. I'm even hearing in my head Zydeco. Am I saying that right? Zydeco? Is that how you Zydeco? Zydeco music.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Zydeco?
I believe so. Yeah.
With the Louisiana music.
Yeah,
What do you call that?
I don't know.
But you know what I'm talking about. I just hear like the sounds of New Orleans out there on that patio. I literally, and I mean that in a serious way. Like, this is going to be a tremendous asset to our community.
It's going to be a huge leap for us. I know it's the physical side of it, and then one of the things that I respect so much about Huntsville is the small businesses. What y'all guys do, and other businesses here in Huntsville, that you don't see the success. You see the success, but you don't see the work.
Yeah.
And all the stuff, the blood, the toil that everybody puts in, the sacrifices. Work until 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Getting things ready. So that's one of the things why we're such a supporter here with the other small businesses here in Huntsville. It's a great town. I was really surprised of the welcoming I got at the Chamber of Commerce when I did the the Hello Huntsville after hours and Victoria stuff. So it's been a welcoming, just unbelievable to capitalize on that, because growing up in New Orleans and in Chalmette, and the town is just it's a great town, but it's kind of like you don't stare eye to eye to somebody.
the people are different.
Yeah, they're a little more. What do you need? And then I'm done with you. Huntsville wants to know. They wants to figure out things. And then we've had so many people stop by. What did you come up with? How did you make this? And how did y'all come up with this idea? So that's our biggest goal too, is to supply the good food, but also give back to the community. And I'm really looking forward to this location here where we got. So.
I told you, man, whenever you had came by and said, hey, I'm not ready to announce this yet, but we're moving over there, and I respected I'm not going to go out and publish, hey, guess what, Randy's open. Now that you said it, we're going to put it out there and let folks know exactly what's happening. But what's so cool about this, I remember telling you, I said, I think this is going to be the biggest and the best move for your business. Yeah. And not that I'm an expert on business, but I sit here every day and I see people driving by and walking by. And, for organizations like the Downtown Business Association, Kaye is very involved in that. I've been tagging along and learning more about DBA. So important to have businesses down here downtown on our square that are just offering great products and services. And every business that's around here offers something unique and fun. And I'm sitting here thinking about Fair on the Square. I mean, that's your property. Nobody can tell you can't run the trailer, I would think. And
well, they've already come by.
That's going to be huge.
They've already
for
come
you.
by and said, "Hey, you mind handing out pamphlets and stuff?" And I said,
Yeah.
"Well, can I be open?" And they said, "Oh yeah, you can be
It's
open."
your
So all
business,
this whole street's going to be, with.
You're right there in
yeah,
it, man.
I know, it's pretty cool.
It's going to be awesome.
It's more of a, peeling back the onion exactly how everything is going to work. And honestly, if it's successful, we're happy with that. And if it's not successful, we're still happy with that, because I believe you got to wake up, and if you do what you love, it's not work. It's not work. So I wanted to ask the question: How many more minutes? How much more time I got? I got a few things I'd like to.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay. So I know this. I'm not doing this because of other than the fact of, like we say, we want to give you community. But on behalf of Granny Mary's, we wanted to present you, Hello Huntsville, with a $200 check for rent or whatever you need to use it for.
Cool.
So
Man, you don't have to do that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Well, we appreciate this so much. And you know what? There's some organizations in need that on behalf of your organization, we're going to pass this along as well.
Okay.
Man, you don't know how much that means to us, Randy. Appreciate that so much, man.
And I wanted to give a shout out to the Lord. So I brought my Bible and I wanted to
Please
talk
do.
about.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about something. I preached a message years and years ago on the well. So the Bible says in John chapter 4 that Jesus, he left Judea and departed again to Galilee, and he must needs go through Samaria. And he comes to the city of Samaria, which is called Sychar, near the parcel ground that Jacob had given his son Joseph. And we all know the story. He meets the woman at the well. And he speaks to the Samaritan, and in those days, they didn't talk to Samaritan. So she's surprised, going, "What are you? Why are you asking me to give you a drink?"
Well, also, a rabbi or a man would not speak to a woman either.
Exactly. And Jesus said unto her, "Give me to drink." For his disciples were gone away into the city to buy meat. Then said the woman to the Samaritan to him, "How is it thou, being a Jew, asks drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans." And Jesus answered and said unto her, "If thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that thou sayest thee, give me to drink, thou wouldest have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water." And the woman said unto him, "Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well and drank thereof himself, and his children and his cattle?" And Jesus answered and said unto him, "Whosoever drinketh this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him well of water springing up unto everlasting life." So the 4 words I want to focus on is the well is deep. And what I wanted to emphasize on that to our community and those that are listening is that in a spiritual sense, this well is the world. The Bible says that the devil has this world, and the well is deep. And what we do with ourselves, and I've caught myself hundreds of times, is we go back to the well. Always go back to the well. The well is deep, and you're always pulling that bucket up, whether it's Friday night lights or, doing things you're not supposed to do that's harmful to your family or whatever. And we call it sin. But the well is deep. And what I wanted to put out in this message real quick before I go is that the Lord Jesus Christ is our well, and those that drink of his water shall never thirst again spiritually. What we do is we go to the well of the world, and we're always pulling that bucket up, trying to get something out of it to satisfy, but it's never quenching. So my prayer and my heart's to go out to the community here that, look to the Lord Jesus Christ on your knees. Look to the Lord Jesus Christ on what he can give you, and try to stay focused on his love. And the well for us today is the Bible. For the Lord, this is our spiritual well, to read the Bible and open it up and get what he has to say from his word. It's a living word. And the well is deep of the world. So I guess my point to the message is, stop going to the well of the world, because you're always going to be there sweating and toiling, pulling up that bucket. And you're going to empty it out and go back. You're going to empty it out and go back. So
Randy,
I just wanted to share
man.
that with the community today, and I appreciate all that you do and I wanted to say I specifically, not to the other sponsors, but I specifically wanted to pick this day to be with what this couple here represents here in our community when it comes to the hard work and turmoil that they've been doing to make sure that young kids have a chance to get up and go to a good school that preaches and gives them a good insight on life and things like that. So,
man, you're going to tear us up this morning, Randy. That's seriously, man, that is such a good message, and we appreciate you sharing that. And it ties in perfectly because now, of course, the show is also simulcast with live audio on Spirit Radio FM. And I was just checking, and just a few moments ago, I mean, it's the most that we've had actually locked in on the app as well. So we appreciate that, Randy.
Amen.
So I've changed my Wednesday wisdom. Yesterday, I was reading about how if you read the Bible 4 times, 4 times in a week, how you're less likely to be depressed.
Right.
You're less likely to be suicidal. You're more happy. You are less likely to engage in pornography if you have a problem with that, or less likely to gamble. Just the whole outlook will change if you read the Bible 4 times a week.
That's absolutely true. Yeah.
That's the Wednesday wisdom. Pick up the good word, read it 4 times a week. And, man, we appreciate this so much, Randy.
Thank you for having me on.
I love just the inspiration behind the business, the connection. The whole thing ties in with family. And you'd said something earlier about this community embracing people. And the thought that was going through my mind is people in Huntsville do not want other people to fail. That is the one thing that I have learned being in this community for a short 4 years with the 8-month sabbatical was people do not want people to fail in this community. And I think that's the most important thing. You may be in competition with somebody, and you want your product to be out there, but you also don't want that competitor to fail because it's not good for anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And, man, that's such a good word this morning. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
All the way.
Competition improves everybody.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
so-
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's what it's all about here. Go by Saturday at noon. You heard it here first. Randy Thompson opening up Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine as they have moved from 75 and Smileys to Super Smileys down here now. The smiles are going to be even bigger. Let's be honest.
Yes,
So come on down. You'll see him right here at 11th and University, that corner right there next to the nail salon, and it's going to be awesome, man. Can't wait.
Thank you.
All right, there he is again, Randy Thompson. For more information, Randy, one last thing. Where can folks? Do you have a website, Facebook? I know you've got a Facebook. How can folks connect
We're
with
on
you?
Facebook, only Facebook, and we just give us a call at 936-293-0900 when we're open. We do DoorDash, and
tell us one thing. I know that, I'm trying to wrap up with you here, but I have to talk about this. Let me pop this up on the screen.
The
because
truck.
You have to tell me, yes, the story behind this awesome truck. Tell us about this and how did it come about?
Okay, so about a year and a half ago, I seen that truck by the Verizon at Kroger, and it had a for sale sign on it. And my father had a same style, 66 Chevy. It was sky blue and white, and we used to ride in the back of that, back when you can, on the bumper of the back wheel, and just hang on for glory to God, and that thing was just the pillar of the family. All three of my and the cool thing about that truck was my dad had put duct tape on the seats. And if anybody knows duct tape in the summertime, and then you get in and out, it rolls.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
and
man.
then you leave all your hair on the back of your leg. So when I seen that truck, it was just the perfect color. Rick Schrader, it actually was bought up in Pennsylvania in 2000 by a gentleman down in Trinity. Unfortunately, he didn't have the money. Your trucks, you got to upkeep them. So I bought it from another gentleman, pulled the whole back end out, the axles, the differential, redid all the bearings, put about another $2,000 into it. And then it just happened that it clashed. It just works with the colors of the trailer. And I went over to the graphic sign, and they had some magnets put on it. And that's pretty much how we kind of advertise around town. I mean, we're the only... I do understand the gentleman that had the truck. He used to have it in shows years ago here at Fairland Square and stuff, but unfortunately, it was out in Trinity. I got pictures of it when it was all dilapidated.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
And then just brought it back to life. It took about 7 months to get it back on the road. Redid the carburetor, redid the back end, redid the brakes. Put some money in Love TLC. And
Lots of
it's
TLC.
got a 502. It's got a 502 crate engine in it, and it'll smoke the tires, but. I'm not speeding if there's any cops out there listening.
Yeah, any rubber that's on
If
the
I
road.
accidentally burn rubber, I can't help it. It doesn't have a differential where it's posi traction.
And gas pedal's a little touchy.
But it was more a nostalgic truck. And I get in
love
that thing on a Sunday to drive it. It's like, back at home with my dad next to me and, going down Lake
Well, it goes
Pontchartrain.
perfect with Granny Mary's.
It is.
It's
It
a
works
family
absolutely.
tradition.
It works perfect with the color and everything. Yeah, that's how that truck came about.
Awesome. Well, Randy, thanks for sharing this inspirational story. We're definitely going to have you back on sometime. Go by. Again, friends, let's support local business and take care of folks right here in our own backyard in Huntsville. So, Randy Thompson, Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine. By the way, what is that phone and text line called?
The Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine phone and text line.
There it is, the Granny Mary's. I just wanted you to say it there. This week's keyword is tickets. Man, we have got just a doozy of prizes for you today. We're going to give away 3 tickets to Big Rivers Water Park, thanks to Clay over at 0 Degree. And then, we're going to give away, what is today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? We're going to give away 1 meal to Granny Mary's today. We're going to give away 1 T-shirt, and we're going to give away, this is like the jackpot of all prizes, and we're giving away 4 Bearcat tickets Saturday. So, I mean, you've got everything planned, from something to eat to going to a water park to a shirt to throw on so you can dry off, and
so
then
this
more.
is going to be for one winner, or are you going to have more than one winner?
This today is for 1 winner.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
We're giving we're creating a whole hodgepodge.
And Rick can't win.
Yeah, Rick, sorry, can't win. Kay and Rick are like, doggone it, just give it away tomorrow. Yeah, he's texted 9.
He's already texted 9 times.
Richard Lawrence, not going to win today. So, but
you can multiple texts? I've been honest and only doing it once.
You can do it 1 day per week.
Oh, 1 day per week.
Or no, yeah, each day. Each day. Yeah, each day. So
Yeah, but you don't know how many phone lines he's gotten now.
yeah, it's got quite a bit. So we'll give all that away today, and then we've got more we're giving away throughout the week. So don't worry, we're still giving away a lot this week. But you can text that in. Make sure you text in the word tickets along with your name to 936-339-0139. For now, though, we'll take a break. We'll wrap it up when we come back. We'll talk more about Lasso Your Imagination and all the great things happening here in Huntsville. Stay with us. It's your show right here on Good Morning Huntsville.
And now in Conroe, where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin Murphy and Orby, and even offer Valami hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why, at the Color Bar Hair Salon, you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kaye Boehning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 $100,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover tomorrow's promise Montessori schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Those are not good moves, Rick.
I was doing great.
Sounds like the Terminator. I'm coming for you, Sarah. Sarah Connor.
I'll be back.
That's terrible, Arnold Schwarzenegger, by the way.
Well, he doesn't look anything like me.
No, it's there was a.
His toe might.
I think we're going for elbows now.
Yeah, going for elbows now. Welcome back in. Here we are on a Wednesday. What a great just interview this morning. We appreciate Randy Thompson being here with us and just sharing the story of his business. I love the family tie-in and just what he's doing here in Huntsville, and then also getting a good word at the end. I think that's so important. And the show's all about lifting up and inspiring folks, and that's the word today is, you know what, don't dig. I love what Randy said. Don't continue to pull from the well of this world. Pull from the well of our Creator in Jesus. I love that, and that's where we need to be this morning. And so if you're struggling this morning, maybe you've got something that's been hampering you for a long time, know that you can break through those chains. All you got to do is cling to Him, and I appreciate Randy bringing that up, and just knowing that there's hope for today. And you know what? There's hope for tomorrow. Sometimes during the day, you can't see the hope for the day, but that's the truth. There is hope for today. There's even a Christian song called Hope for Today. But maybe you don't feel like you're receiving the hope. You just have to believe it. And you can't deny the circumstance that you're involved in. You can't deny what's going on, but you don't have to live that. You can say, you know what, I'm going to rise up above this. Chris Brown said it so good yesterday that in the midst of his life, when things in his life were crumbling literally to pieces, he said, I didn't let the crumbles hit me. I'm like, man, that is powerful. You think about if you're standing under a 100-story building and that building is coming down and you're right there, but yet not one piece of that building hits you. That's kind of the visualization that I got when Chris was talking yesterday. And we've been in those situations where we feel like that building is falling on us. But like Chris said, I just had the covering grace over my life that I didn't allow those pieces to hit me.
It's right there in that book.
Yep.
Right there.
Right there. And read it 4 times a week.
That was actually a research study. That's not just something I made up. That was a research study I was reading about yesterday.
Kaye Boehning, you can't notice this, and I don't want to put her on the spot, but her knuckles are always red because when you don't do what Kaye Boehning says, you get a little backhand there with the knuckles.
Have you seen these things? Those hurt.
Yeah. That's why Rick's cheeks are always so red. It's not because he's always blushing and happy.
You're going to get licensing called on me.
Yeah, it's because Kaye backhands Rick. She don't put up with it. She does not put up with it. So
I'm still seeing stars.
Oh, by the way,
now if I ever started on him, I probably wouldn't stop.
Wow.
So
yeah, man. Full disclaimer, by the way, we had mentioned earlier Betty Brada. Was that the name? Betty Brada?
And Beatrice.
Yeah, and Beatrice. Betty Brada really was not a real I can't, I got to be honest. I'm transparent. Betty Brada was not a legitimate person that was watching this morning. That was a little hidden Easter egg when the show came on. It's because when I saw Randy drive up in his truck, I said, I bet he brought us something. Because you were reaching over there. I literally said, I bet he brought us something. And so we came up with the name of Betty Brada. So that is where Betty and Beatrice Brada came from, by the way.
That's right.
And they were so disappointed.
Yeah, so we just had to.
They just had,
Sorry,
was
Betty.
wiping tears away. Had to get the Kleenexes out
Yeah.
for them.
Sorry, Betty. You were
Because
you
you're
were
all about
legitimate.
food.
That's right. We're always about food. Kay, I wanted to dig in before we go here. You've already given us a great Wednesday wisdom today. We are going to call our winner here in just a moment. A monumental, enormous prize we're giving away today. Different things there that are going to be great. Before we do all of that, I wanted to just spend a few more moments about Lasso Your Imagination. It's such an important event that you are doing. Friends, I want to tell you, I'm not just saying it because Rick and Kay are sitting next to me, but I've gotten to know them. I knew you guys before, but just being on this show, you've became even more friends, getting to talk. We have a lot of fun off air. We talk a lot. I've been to events with you. You guys are so passionate about this community and young people. And what you're doing with Tomorrow's Promise as a nonprofit is incredible because it's bringing an opportunity for folks that maybe aren't in a good state, financially and different things. And you're bringing resources to children that need them here in this community. I just saw something the other day. Someone posted randomly about Dolly Parton, a meme that's like, oh, did you know Dolly Parton, all these other celebrities are giving away millions to these organizations, and Dolly Parton's giving away millions for books. I tagged you guys in it. I mean, this is stuff that's happening all over. It takes events like Lasso Your Imagination to be able to bring these books to children. And I'm going to have to get some pictures of Braylon with the books she's received because it brings so much joy to her at night. When I'm able to read, I read to her every night. And she lights up, and now she's in this really cool rhythm now to where she doesn't cry anymore when I put her down at night. She knows that it's time to go to bed. But I always read to her. And she'll snuggle up and she'll say, book, Daddy, book. Literally says book, Daddy. And she even goes as far as going to her little bookshelf and grabbing a book and bringing it. We have a routine. Do all the bath, brush the teeth, comb the hair, brush the hair, all that kind of stuff. But then we'll go into her room. It's so cute because she'll shut the door to her room and then she goes over to the nightstand. She has a water in her doll. She'll grab it. Then she goes over to the bookshelf, grabs a book, then comes back to the bed and wants me to pick her up. And then she just snuggles up and we read a book. Then we say our prayer, and now she opens the prayer. She knows now. She'll go, Lord Jesus. It's the cutest thing. I got to record this sometime. And then when we're done reading the book, she's like, ready for bed. She knows, and I'll put her in her crib, and she goes to bed.
You are fostering a love of books in that child.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you need to do.
That's what this event and Lasso Your Imagination is all about. Kay, explain a little bit more about the event, the day that it's happening, and the needs, because I want folks to really listen and hear the needs of this and what we need to do.
We need people that want to buy tables, and come, and then we need auction items. We need live auction items. We need silent auction items. We need people that know how to bake. We need volunteers. I don't have a marketing person anymore, so it's just me, and so I've got all my other duties. Plus, I'm trying to now put on this event, and my husband says he's going out and asking for donations, and he says he's just not as pretty as me.
It's true. Sad but true.
So if you see Rick at the door,
don't
sorry.
run.
But we are trying to actively get donations and things because.
And another thing I'd like to bring up is I've heard that people don't know that Tomorrow's Promise is a 501c3 corporation. You cannot partner with Dolly Parton unless you are a charity.
Yeah. Well, that's very important. And so, folks, listen, I want to encourage you today. Please get involved. Please support organizations like Tomorrow's Promise. And again, they do operate as a 501c3 nonprofit. Third location up and going soon.
It's coming.
But it's there. And listen, at the end of the day, this is what I say about our community being so great. We're getting books here in Walker County. Who would have thought in Walker County?
We have sent out over 36,000 books
36
since we started.
in the county. Mm-hmm. In the county. There are 36,000 books floating around this county because of Kaye Boehning and your generous support. And so I want to encourage you, again, get involved, help out with Lasso Your Imagination, and let's continue to support all things good happening. We're going to talk about it every show, and we're going to put together an article that will go out in our weekly newsletter as well so people will know how to get involved. And just do it. I know a lot of folks are struggling right now. Financially, things are tough for so many people. I know we've been in that situation as well. But it's not just the financial thing. Yeah, that's a blessing. But you said you needed folks to help bake. Mm-hmm. Ricky Bobby, shake and bake. Where are you at, man? Come on. Talladega Nights. Drive on in here, man. A little shake and bake action. You know, I don't know. How to keep-
I need volunteers the day of the event. I need volunteers right now. Like I said, Rick and I are the ones trying to do it. We already have our full-time regular job. We had a marketing person, and we don't anymore.
Yeah.
And there's a
Well,
lot of things that
it's
haven't
not just us,
been
too.
done.
Our staff pitches in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So-
just need some help. Let's help them out, folks. Again, tomorrow's promise. Visit the website, tpms.life, and you can get more information there and connect with Kaye. But please get involved and let's support local. But again, it's a community. We don't want people to not succeed. And Kaye and Rick right now, not saying you're not succeeding, but you need help. And we need folks to get involved.
All the proceeds go to the children.
Yeah.
It costs money to mail the books. Dolly provides the books for free, but you have to get them mailed. And that costs $25 per child per year.
What do we have to do to get Dolly to come here? Man, wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be
That
awesome.
would be awesome.
You know, there's a song that plays on Spirit Radio that actually has her. It was I forget the song name, but there's a song with her and another Christian artist that they sing together, and it is a beautiful song. All you gotta do is download the Spirit Radio app to listen to it, and you'll hear more spots on there, including tomorrow's promise throughout the day as well. So we appreciate it, Kaye and Rick. Thank y'all so much for all that you do. I think it's time for a winner.
I think it should be.
I'm not really a chicken dinner, but here's a winner. Let's call her right now. I've already given it away. Who it is? It's a her. Big prize today. Man, you better answer. Rick, I'll let you handle the conversation.
Hello?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Did I just win?
I don't know. Did you?
I think so. Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure you did. Who am I speaking to?
This is Rachel Drake.
Oh, I saw her name on the right there. Did
Yeah.
she win, Rob?
I don't know.
Should we roll a dice?
No, you didn't win anything, ma'am. This is the insurance company calling.
Oh, that's not funny.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a training conversation right now. That was our associate, Ricardo. Ricardo there. He's our training associate, and he just. Man,
I totally went off script.
Yeah, your insurance, you need to update it, ma'am. You know, you've had about 7 claims, erroneous hail damage claims, and we've been able to work through that. We've already given you everything you want. We're going to have to update your premiums, okay?
Oh, I don't think so.
Rachel Drake, you are the winner today. You've won before once on this show, haven't you?
I did. I won some freeze-dried candy that went very quickly.
Yeah, I tried to keep that away from Emily because I brought it to her first. And, full disclaimer, Emily and I actually opened it up and ate a few pieces before we gave it to you.
Wow.
Yeah, she told me. That's okay. I would have shared anyway.
Yeah, well, Well, you have just won maybe one of the biggest jackpots in all of Good Morning Hunts, besides Samantha Havard, who did not win $100,000 because she didn't answer the phone. That was the biggest all time. So hashtag don't be like Samantha. You were not. You won today. Check this out, Rachel. You have 3 tickets to Big Rivers Water Park. Have you ever been or have you even heard of Big Rivers Water Park?
No, I haven't, but it sounds great.
Well,
it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
You got 3 there. Check this out too. We're going to throw in, what do we got here for the Wednesday? For the Wednesday, free chicken Ponset noodles. Free chicken Ponset noodles from Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine. How about that,
So
Rachel?
cool.
You got that. You also got a Granny Mary's T-shirt. Granny Mary's T-shirt. And, man, it just doesn't stop ending here this morning. And are you going to be able to make it on Saturday? You have won 4 tickets to Sam Houston Bearcat football, Section 102, Row D versus Air Force. Are you going to be able to make it to the game?
I'm pretty sure we can make it.
All right. If not, give them away. We don't want them. These are good tickets. And what's cool is if all 16 people show up, because we're giving away 16 tickets, it's that entire row. It's going to be the Hello Huntsville row at the game. How about that?
Oh, you need to give them little signs
So
told
cool.
Yeah. So, Rachel, congratulations. We appreciate you. We love all that you do in the community. Over at CASA, what are you most thankful for here in Huntsville, Texas? Come on.
I am really grateful for friends who are like family that are extra supportive in times of need.
Love it. Before we go, can you sing with Rick and I, Friends Are Friends Forever? On the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2. Friends are friends forever.
there.
And everybody's
Is that a real
singing
song?
off key.
I don't know the words to that one.
I just made it up.
Oh, well, thanks.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't know it.
We just got Rachel to sing. That was what was most important.
Okay,
So,
well, I don't mind singing,
yeah, pretty good singing
but
there.
people will
Hang
turn
up.
you off.
Yeah, so it's all right. All right, Rachel, congratulations. Keep doing the great work there at CASA, and thank you for watching, and thank you for being just a good steward of Huntsville, Texas. We appreciate you.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you, and thanks for y'all.
There she is, Rachel Drake, little winner, free chicken pancit noodles. Did I say that right? Pancit.
Okay,
I
you
gotta
got
get this
16
down.
people going down to the game, right?
Well, I'm giving away 4 tickets a day, Tuesday through Friday. So 16, if they all
so
go.
if everybody held up one letter, that'd be Hello Huntsville.
Could be, yeah. Man, how did you do that fast?
I'm a teacher.
Wow. I'm a teacher, not a preacher, but I'm going to teach you. All right, there
So you
she
need to
goes.
get busy printing out letters.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out.
We might not.
Yeah, my back kind of hurts. I got that arm. I got that elbow, tennis elbow again. You know?
I've
All
got
right.
tennis knee.
All right. Hey, it's been a fun one here today. Tomorrow, Justin Killingsworth, Color Bar, back on with us. And we got some really awesome special announcements tomorrow that you'll have to tune in to find out more. Some really cool stuff that the Color Bar is going to be doing here on the show. I'm not going to give it away. You just got to tune in. You're going to learn more tomorrow morning. Join us back at it bright and early on Thursday. And then Thursday. And we do have availability. We did have someone on Friday that was scheduled. They're not able to make that. And so if you are available on Friday out there, any nonprofit organizations, maybe you want to highlight what you're doing in the community, please reach out to us. You can email hello@hellohuntsvilletx.com. Been a fun show today, guys. Is there a DBA meeting today?
No.
Yeah. We're going to, by the way, starting next week, we're extending the show to 2 hours. Just kidding. An hour's enough.
Starting on Wednesday?
Yeah, starting on Wednesday.
Don't think I can make 2 hours.
Yeah. Just kidding. We're not doing that. And in fact, on the way in this morning, I was like, man, it'd be it would not work out if we did the show from 8 to 9. It just wouldn't.
No.
7 to 8. We're in a good rhythm. 7 to 8
It needs to be at 7.
Yeah, it's always going to be at 7. Somebody's like, well, it's really early. That's the joy of social media. You can go back
That's
and
not
listen.
early. 7 a.m. day's halfway over.
It already is. By the time I leave here, I'm ready to go home and go to sleep.
Yeah. Day's half
it's like
over.
working the night shift here. So, all right, friends. Hey, we love you. Thanks to everybody for chiming in today and all of our winners as well. Laura was sending this. Laura Horton, she knew the song, and this is it that we were talking about earlier. Zach Williams and Dolly. It's the song "Give Me Jesus," and you can hear it on Spirit Radio. By the way, if you haven't downloaded the app, go to spiritradio.fm. Spiritradio.fm. You can scroll down, click on a button there that says download. So we appreciate you. Kaye, Rick, thank y'all for being on as always.
It's always our pleasure, Rob.
We're going to keep it going. Back at it. Coming up tomorrow. Friends, as I end every single show, I want to remind you this morning, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We truly need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody needs you. Until then, have a great day. Get out there, make a difference. I'm going to challenge you like I've been doing all week. Do something kind for somebody today, whether it's buying them a cup of coffee, buying somebody something to eat. Randy, just a tremendous blessing here today, and we're going to pay what he did for us forward to somebody else. So do that. Life is good. Until then, good morning, Huntsville. God bless. We'll see you next time.
Have a great day.